A deep crisis in Western culture confronts the youth of this new millennium. Young people are trapped in a cycle of materialism and hedonism characteristic of our time. A growing number of social fads and exotic lifestyles reject traditional values whilst offering no attractive and sensible alternative model that would encourage any sense of values. On the contrary, our consumer society seems intent on manipulating young people principally to create future consumers. Those that refuse to participate are considered a problem. Young people as a social group, regardless of their economic status, are relentlessly encouraged to aspire to greater material wealth. There are ever fewer institutions able to help them realize their full potential as human beings, independently of material success.
No, y yo creo que soy parte de un grupo de gente que
I think I belong to a group of people, to a generation who are unable to find their way and who do not know what they really want. I mean, we are not interested in participating in political matters, we do not feel encouraged in many aspects of life, and we frequently follow mistaken stereotypes.
I want to find a job. I don't think I will be able to because of the economic situation in my country. I don't think it will improve. It is easy to complain, to say everything is bad. We complain, including myself, but we do nothing to help improve the situation. It doesn't mean I am not upset. I think most young people don't participate because they don't have time or they don't know how.
In South America, Argentina's urban youth suffer the consequences of a country marked by deep social divisions. Just over 57% of Argentina's population is excluded from enjoying the benefits of even a minimal quality of life. 52% of these poor people are less than 22 years old. They suffer the consequences of poor health, a bad education, which inevitably leads them to join the growing band of juvenile offenders. This growing multitude of poverty-stricken young people does not bode well for the future. They see no future or means by which they could regain their birthright and grow into dignified human beings. Many are forced into marginal jobs, such as washing windscreens or gathering waste materials for recycling, or simply begging. Where there is work, it is often temporary, jobs with no future or any chance of learning a craft. Marginal incomes help them survive, but offer no chance of following any course of study. Young people from middle-class homes try to adopt a more systematic approach. They attend state schools and often obtain a number of university degrees. But even in such cases, only a minority complete their education, only a few end up pursuing a worthwhile career that offers success and a standard of living that gives them a comfortable existence. Despite the social differences, young people as a group share similar concerns. Life brings with it great uncertainty and very limited job opportunities. Rejection and apathy are commonly the only response. Urban youth lead a lifestyle characterized by a raging nightlife that is usually their only means of escape. The illegal consumption of alcohol amongst the under-21s is on the increase. Exposed to violent situations, these young people sometimes risk their lives as they try to steal or become engaged in street fights. This violence is seen as a consequence of drug abuse or of the stress generated by the many social pressures.
The economic downturn of December 2001 was a great shock to everyone. Suddenly, a latent conflict situation became evident. Poverty became evident. I think when one is faced with this situation, different types of young people appear. The few with many opportunities and the many with really few opportunities. Uncertainty can be felt from the youth. Although there are many who want to do things, they do not know what to do or how to go about it.
The Missionaries of the Resurrected Christ is a Catholic institution which works to help young people. The missionaries set up a project that sought to respond to the needs of different youth scenes whilst offering clear and engaging solutions. A group of young people run this project together with the missionaries, but first they themselves must have changed their own lives.
I went to a Pentecostal renewal, and there I noticed there were many youths who were my age. They were very delighted with Jesus. I was attracted by the way they spoke about Jesus and their own lives, and how they changed after meeting Jesus. I became very interested and continued coming to other spiritual retreats and taking part in many other activities that were organized. That is how I got involved.
The international Catholic charity Aid to the Church in Need became especially interested in the work of these nuns.
This community, the Missionaries of the Resurrected Christ, is one of the features of this new evangelization that is appearing throughout Latin America. It is a new community focused on evangelizing the youth that tries to offer its help in the universities with those suffering from drugs, hedonism, materialism, to help youth face and overcome their problems. It is a young movement for young people. Men also work in this community. The community is not only active in Buenos Aires, but also in London, Paris, and Santiago de Chile.
Buenos Aires es lo mismo que hoy podríamos hablar que ocurre en Londres, en París, o puede ocurrir también en Santiago de Chile.
They are big cities with big problems, where youth is sometimes the most affected. This community tries to give an answer by being a tool, not a solution, but a tool so that young people receive a greater understanding of their own individual value.
Our community works mainly in projects for the young and the poor. We have many different kinds of projects: nuns, young people, laymen and women, as well as priests, work together in each project.
The Arrow is a publication produced in collaboration with young people and distributed free to young people. The bulletin addresses topics of interest to students and thus leads them to contemplate deeper issues. The Arrow tries to encourage university students to develop projects that serve others and that lead others to a knowledge of God. The Arrow project also includes internet sites and chat rooms that with time lead to meetings and a personal exchange of ideas.
We want to look for a means to approach university students, particularly those attending UBA, that is the National University in Buenos Aires. We would like to help them work through their personal problems or individual questions and life questions. But also we want to talk about social, national and global issues, everything that is worrying us and how to find solutions.
Individualism is so ingrained in modern society, and the young are so deeply influenced by it that they become ignorant of the difficulties they will have to confront in the future. A society which seems to praise immorality offers little hope of change. Some young people believe that it is possible to change this value structure. The task is, however, formidable and requires great strength and courage.
Participating in this community has changed my way of watching and living my faith. I mean, I have been a Catholic all my life, but that was only because of tradition. Now I can really live my faith. Every day I find a Christian testimony where I am, in my environment, a message of what I am living.
Suddenly I met Jesus and I began to look outside, instead of looking just at myself, my family and my friends. And now the importance is in others, in doing something good for society, in loving people a little more.
The Missionaries of the Resurrected Christ also work with the young people that attend state schools in Buenos Aires, generally 12 to 17-year-olds that usually come from middle and lower middle class families. Many of these young people often find themselves suffering the social consequences and many problems inherent in an urban society. These include an inefficient education system which prevents them from completing their studies. The Missionaries of the Resurrected Christ set up a project to help these young people mature.
I come here to have a good time, because it is a place where you can enjoy yourself. There are many boys, many girls. You can meet people from other places, other schools. This is a place where you can be quiet, without alcohol or drugs. It is possible to live without those things.
We know that these children attend state schools which are secular, that is, they do not receive Catholic teaching. It was a great challenge to enter that environment, which we call borderline environments. There, children may know nothing about God. Many have never heard anything about Him, and that is why they often reject any kind of suggestion from the church. A long time ago, we noticed there were a lot of children who had nowhere to go to play, enjoy themselves, or even to be together with their friends. We could see them straying in the street, drinking, smoking, doing many inappropriate things. And we decided to invite them. We had this place which had been lent to us by people who thought it worthwhile that something be done for them. And the first time we came here, that was 18 years ago. We came with 12 girls.
Taking care of their needs meant organising sport events and camps, which today bring together about 200 teenagers. Activities include workshops, dialogue spaces and discussion groups that deal with social or personal problems. For example, at this camp, the subject under discussion is non-violence. The participants learn how to coexist more peacefully with their families, at school, how to cope with nightlife and society in general. All young people have a standing invitation to these activities and camps. They try to instill a different lifestyle into the young, one based on values such as solidarity, friendship and responsibility.
The main aim of the project is to teach and train young people so that they can preach and become leaders in their own regions. For 4 years, and thanks to the help offered to us, we have been able to carry out youth gatherings called Meeting Jesus. The meetings last 3 to 4 days, and with the children close to us, they are able to have a church experience and a renewal in faith. They come closer to Jesus. They exchange experiences with others with whom they share the same questions and problems. Coming closer to Jesus, also, they are able to find a way of leading their lives and helping others find the way.
My life has been really changed, not only in my way of thinking, but also my way of living. I was a girl attracted to the nightlife, attracted to alcohol. I don't know, I came here and they gave me a very meaningful message that it's possible to have a good time without alcohol or these things. And I liked it a lot. I mean, I made up my mind. I came closer to the church, to God, from whom I was very far. That is how a life full of faith starts being spread, a faith in the God who is really with them. Because we not only speak about Him, we also teach them. We teach them how to play, we offer them our friendship, we offer them a place where they can come and stay. It is a truly complete program that we offer the children.
Another call for help that could not be ignored came from a group of young people who live on the outskirts of Buenos Aires. The Missionaries of the Resurrected Christ participate actively in the parish life of a community in the Diocese of San Miguel. The combination of substandard housing, poverty and unemployment has left this community with little hope. The Church saw an urgent need that required immediate positive action to help the young people of this neighborhood.
With such a difficult social and economic situation, we started creating spaces for the community's growth and development. And this came hand in hand with their growth in faith and their search for Jesus.
This Catholic institution found the organization of music workshops to be the most effective way of helping the children, the most effective alternative to the negative temptations of the street. Music is for young people a means of expressing ideas and feelings, as well as having an entertainment value. It is also a skill for life. Thanks to music, the missionaries succeeded in integrating many young people into the life of the parish community. By so doing, they also help them aspire to higher values, ones far removed from the world of drugs, unemployment and juvenile crime. The experiment with music was so successful that a music group was created, a band in which the parish priest also plays his part. This group aims to improve to the point where they will be able to give concerts that help young people, to sing songs that spread a positive message about life and the constructive nature of Christian values. Something is Happening is yet another initiative of the Missionaries of the Resurrected Christ. This project aims to address the problem of young people caught in after-hours activities. The sisters' courage make it possible. Here too, aid to the Church in need numbers amongst the charitable organizations that help the sisters in their work.
When we think about mission in the world, missions in Africa, missions in Asia, missions in the Amazon and Brazil, in Peru or even in Bolivia, we imagine a missionary who has a beard and maybe who is sacrificing himself, suffering inhospitable conditions to be able to assist isolated communities. I think it is necessary to review our understanding today. Mission is now also necessary in Buenos Aires, São Paulo, Lima, Caracas, Paris, Rome. To be a missionary today, one has to adapt to different environments. One needs to preach outside discos. A Catholic presence is necessary in a Christian university, in the street, and even to those in discos.
When I met Jesus, I realized he was inviting me to have a different lifestyle. And entertainment, like going dancing, enjoying myself, spending a good time with my friends, is also included in this new lifestyle Jesus suggests. And then, well, I joined Something Is Happening because I was convinced that many things can be changed. I want people my age to know there is another different way of having a good time, and also to realize there is another different lifestyle. I would like them to meet and know Jesus.
Despite the late hour and any possible dangers that might lurk in the darkness of the night, the missionaries seek out young people to offer them help and care. The young might not necessarily look to the Catholic Church for help, yet despite that lack of understanding of the dangers that this lifestyle brings, where others are prepared to take advantage and bring alcohol and illegal drugs, there the missionaries bring hope.
What we do is just stand outside discos and give them cards with a message. The card also has our email, which is a way of making contact for anyone who might be interested. If they write to us, we answer them, and we go on being in contact with them. Other times we enter discos, and depending on the situation we are observing, if they are drunk or bored or anything, we approach them and we start talking.
Según la situación en la que vemos a alguno de los chicos, ya sea porque está borracho o porque esté aburrido o por lo que fuera, nos acercamos.
In particular, we want them to think about why they always do the same things. I think they always do the same things because nobody has ever told them there was a different way. We know there are fewer and fewer young people who come to church looking for explicit answers from Jesus. We try to speak a language accessible to youth, a young language, a confident and cheerful language, and the young people start discovering a very different image of Jesus and the church.
Young people embody a hidden treasure of ideals aimed at forging a better world. Yet many are enslaved, some victims of consumerism or superficial beliefs, others of drug addiction, many the victims of discrimination and poverty. But there are those who wish, if only to benefit that one unique young person, to show care, to take notice, to heal, to accompany them and help them in their search for a deeper understanding of their life, to encourage them to grow as individuals. The missionaries of the Resurrected Christ, together with the priests and the lay people, share this mission, a Catholic work devoted to helping the young. They are like the shepherd in the Gospel parable, he who leaves the 99 sheep to look for the one that has been lost, because it is our Heavenly Father's will that not one of his small creatures is lost.